Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today I just forget to turn off my own audio here. So if that's the only issue, then that's fine. But I don't need to hear myself. Nevertheless, it's the second Outside Views STFC live stream, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Hirogen stuff, but at the same time we do have Incursion. So I will just quickly talk about the Hirogen again, which was quite surprising this week because we had this months ago and suddenly these events turned up again. But in the events, it was quite nice what you could get in the event store for it. As I said, with Incursion, we spent more time on Incursion now, but you can get pastille and ore, trilithium and crystal, and dilithium and gas. Tritanium, not trilithium. Trilithium is something different. And gas here, and also away team trade upgrades and stuff like that. And so it was quite nice to do them. And in the events, after I thought they were completely crazy with the kind of events they did on New Year's Eve, where you could get the tokens to do these other events. I did them much earlier. That's why I didn't have any tokens left today, so I didn't do any of those today, which is good in the middle of an incursion. But you could earn more of those credits here for the store. And so I got a lot of gas, ore and crystal from the bounty hunt. So in the end, it was nice. I just didn't understand why they came up with the topic right now. But it's something, as I said, we did months ago. And I will be able to exchange one more time for materials, which is obviously helping now that I'm at level 49 and that I will have to upgrade a lot of it. And first of all, hi Speedy Deskimo, and greetings to Baltimore. And yes, incursions are from Ops 25, but enjoy the time that you can't be attacked during incursions, because you need to be level 25 for it. It is quite hectical, and that comment already leads me to the incursions. I mean, the bounty hunt, take the chance to get materials. The materials are very, very expensive in this game, and it did help me a bit. So I'm not complaining too much. I thought it's too much when they started it on a day like that, but never mind. But as you can see on my frame, Speedy Deskimo, for example, I am on the other server. When you see this red frame around your base, and up there you see invading 109 Camerite, because we are invading the server EU 109 today. That changes in the incursions which server you are up against, and so I switched over there, and that's why I made an incursion video on this. But when I have the chance to have a live stream during an incursion, why not? And you see that there's something around my base which you can't see that well because of the shield, but you'll see it later better. And also, who's that from my alliance? Hi Leo. That shows that you are on the other server as well. The bases from that server don't have anything around them, and if you are on your server, there you can see that they don't have any sign. If you're on your own server and you see the enemy bases, which we can just do for a second, because I heard that people are being attacked. For this I have to go to this infinite incursion here, and then I have the button return home, and you see we're not doing very well. And the reason for that, by the way, is too many people, even from my alliance, have not raised their shields when incursion started. And so, of course, they can raid bases, and that's what the main points are about, from raiding bases. And so I just return home for a second. So, of course, I have the iPad here for the stream, and so of course it's crashing, and yeah. But in the meantime, I can do one little test here with a chat, which I wanted to know if that is working. and then we'll see if it's working properly again. No, it's not. Nightbot, we need to talk. You are moderator on my stream. But nevertheless, I'll check it out later. But that was something I tried to do it. Oh no, Deskimo, I tried the commands here, which usually work, but for some reason today don't work. Nevertheless, we are back in the game, and I'm home, as I can see on the frame. By the way, it crashed, although at this point it just should have reloaded the game, because when you're switching server during an incursion, it will restart the game and then bring you to the other server. But in this case, it was a typical iOS problem we still have, and it was quite bad this morning again, that the game is just crashing instead of just reloading and bringing me to the other server. So at the moment, of course, it seems that my people hunted the attacker away, so I can't show you any one of those, but it doesn't matter. We just go to a favorite hunting system during incursions, and that, for example, is Pajam. So here we should see some enemy bases like this, and there you see that they have a red, what is it, hex, what is pentagon +1, so 6. I forgot the English word for that one. But that's how they are marked when they are on your server. And who is getting... Okay, I cannot let that happen. I'm sorry. I quickly need to do something. When he moves again, I can do something. And I just take something quick. Because that... If the game doesn't crash again. And that's why I was... using my desktop all evening, because iOS is a catastrophe at the moment. But I get the stream properly done on my MacBook. Compared to last week, it's much better. But for this, I have to use the iPad, unfortunately, and that brings no fun with the game itself. So we will see if we survive this attack. I need some kills anyway. I get to the scoring a little bit later, but I also have to hunt invading hostiles like this one to get points for the incursion. And so everyone that I see that has these red markings, not the normal red markings, that is just a guy from a COS alliance. COS means kill on sight, because they violated the rules of engagement too often. Then we declared war on them, and then we hunt them wherever we see them, because this set of rules is necessary on a server so that you can play at all. And they are there on every server, and they are rules made by the viewers and not by Scopely, but they are necessary. And if people just violate them over and over, we just declare war on them, and then we hunt them. Of course, a level 21 is in no danger of me, because you might have seen my video with a level limits, what you can attack and what you can't attack. So with my level 49, I cannot attack a level 21. But I got some points. And there, when we are at the topic of the points, let's have a look at the events for the Infinite Incursion. One is an alliance event. That's the vessel specialist. There it counts if you members of your alliance spend ship experience points, and only those who spent ship experience points will get the rewards later. And here we go again. So I really hope that someone from Scopely will watch one of my live streams where this happens, because they always tell me we are aware of the problem, we are working on the problem, but they haven't solved the problem yet. And at the moment it's getting rather worse than better. Oh, yeah, now we have that one again. So 1 second more, and then I can show you the event. So we were at the ship experience points where you only get the rewards when you have spent ship experience points. So I hope that more of my people do that, because I can see that not many have done that yet. And already we're ranking 8th, so it's not so bad. Then we have the defended damage, where you score when you deal hull damage. And I dealt 56 million so far. That's not that much, because I was raiding before the live stream when it came. So that's why I don't have so many points for PvP wins. I only had 5 PvPs, so player versus player fights yet. But I'm scoring quite well already in the Raider XSLB. XSLB, by the way, there we are scoring with with players from the other server, and you see that players from both servers are here in the list. I rated 19.5 billion resources so far, and then I had to stop and set up the live stream. Otherwise I could have done a little bit more. Then we have another ALB, and that's about research. So everybody from your alliance that completes any research will gain points, and in the end we will get rewards for that depending on our ranking, and only those that did some research will get the rewards. It's the same with event completionist. I am not in there yet because I haven't completed the SMS yet. Because of the live stream, I didn't have that much time to do that, but I will. And then in the end, depending on how many of those you completed and sometimes what rank you had in the rankings, you get rewards here as well. And the SMS is the defensive ops. That's the all-out defense. There I have to win PvPs with certain ships, or and against certain ships, that's what I meant, and I get bonus points in certain systems. And in the end, if I collect 11.16 million points, and you see what points I get for defeating what, I will get all the rewards from it, and those are the ones I really want to have, the Incursion coins, because I want to spend them in the event store later, because there's some nice stuff in it. And I know that I made a video on this, but I think it's a good time to talk about Incursion again in an actively running Incursion. I quickly want to show you the store, because for example, that, if it works, yeah, let's try it again. Hello Scopely. And that's the point where I only can say again, I hope they do good on their promise to choose quality over quantity this year, because you see I can't even access the event store at the moment from my iPad. Everything is working fine today, except some lag we had during Incursion, but that is something you can even understand. But I can also understand my people that don't have the choice I have between any iOS devices and a Windows desktop. If they don't have the chance and only have iOS, that they get completely disillusioned at the moment, I can understand. And you know that I love this game, and that's also why I'm making these videos, but I can understand that they are not so fond of it. And just need to look at the Odesky was another question on the refit. I just can tell you I got the Discovery Cloak because I thought it was finally for something for a reasonable price, and I already used it today, because when Incursion started, I mentioned that in the video, we also had a defense, and we only went in there with cloaked ship, and that was the right decision, because the second we were in there with our ships, big players from the enemy server showed up, because of course they can see that there's a defense, and they were looking for our ships, especially because our points were counting, and they couldn't find them because, or at least most of them, of those that listened to me, because all the ships were cloaked, and we jumped them out when the cloak went down. So cloak is really good, and I used my discovery with cloak today exactly for that purpose. And of course, it will be quite useful when the new territory takeover season starts. Cloaked ships count there too. But let's get back to the game a little bit. If it lets me, that is, yeah. But that's why I never edit that out in my videos, although some people complain. But it's really showing the real life in the game, and until Scopely does something about it, this is the real life of the game. And by the way, if you like my videos despite this, please give it a thumbs up as well. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe to my channel, and then click on this little bell as well, and all notifications, so you will know when first of all, live streams will be, but also when the videos come out. And there's another guy that thinks attacking my people would be a good idea. So let's have a look at him, and then discourage him a bit. But I will use a smaller ship. What do we have here? If I could really fight here, that would be a fun thing. Well, at least I showed him that someone with the same level has shown up, and it's a level 49 that's trying to raid one of ours. But as you see on the pad, it's not that easy to defend your own people even. So that's exactly the reason why I'm switching to the desktop later again, because that's not fun. And now even his markings are missing. You see, there is what do we have here? It's a Pelum with a very good PvP crew. The old Ducat crew is state of the art when you have billops as well, because the old crews without the lower decks officers will not work anymore. But if my Freeman works, then this should work as well. But there is an Amalgam, and we just take that for a second. That was much more fun. I cannot take that Katinga with my ship usually, because I haven't. My biggest one is an Explorer, and there is another fun you could do, by the way. If you want to annoy him, because he's now waiting for my ship to come out to hit his Amalgam, but there's a way to do something else, and that's where the fun Realtor comes in. So when he tries to raid again with his Amalgam, I'll show you what to do. When his Amalgam comes back, then I can do some fun thing with his Katinga. And I still get his Amalgam. And go home. And I just sacrificed my Realtor for this. So he couldn't stop me from killing his Amalgam, and I just lost the Realtor, which is quite easy to repair, because it's free to repair, and that little bit of titanium or whatever that's needed for it is just a joke. But for the real joke, we just do something different, because of course I didn't get too much of the loot he took. This time I will get a little more. And now he's warping out and thinks I will not see where he's coming from. Or he was destroyed by one of my people, so I cannot show you the fun part again with a Talus. If you want to intercept an Amalgam that's raiding, by the way, the Talus usually is the right thing to use, because you get a lot of the loot, at least, that he took, and he cannot take that much. And so it will... one of my people did it already. So I sacrificed my realtor for one of the others, but doesn't matter. Nevertheless, that's the easy way to distract. If he's only leaving out one of his warships there, then you can just distract it with a realtor and still get his Amalgam. So that's not the newest trick in the game, but he obviously didn't know it. But I see there are some more people here, and yeah, not everyone is on that point yet. And I know that I have a lot of people that are watching my channel that are just starting with the game. But I think it's always good to see the future, so to speak, of your gameplay already, what you will be facing at some point in this game. And so from my point of view, it's not bad to look a little bit ahead. And this, for example, the Incursion, that will be a meta for you when you reach level 25. And then you can... I took the wrong ship to get all the loot, by the way. That's why I usually, when I'm really actively in Incursions, I'm not doing live streams. But it's good to see what's coming when you reach level 25. And you can fight against other players in the 20s then, depending how much you concentrated on ships and so on. And that can already be fun because of this level range. What you're allowed to attack, you cannot be attacked by everyone out there. For example, I cannot attack level 25 players, and the guy that's trying to raid one of our bases of the people, as I said, there are too many people out there that don't shield, and that's not good. And that includes people from my own alliance, and I'm quite angry about this. We knew when Incursion would come. And the only thing you have to do is to move to a level 19 or lower system. That's why we set up a hive for our people where we are together, so that they have one place to go, because that place is safe, because you can shield there. Because level 20 and up of systems you cannot shield during Incursion. Your shields don't work in level 20 plus systems. So we take the people to level 19 minus systems, and we just set up a hive for our people, so where we could gather, and those that don't want to take part in the Incursion because they think they are too low or whatever, or they have no strong enough ships, they have no time. There can be 1,000 reasons. And another crash, as you saw. But you just need to shield. Put up a shield that lasts until the end of Incursion and everything is fine. But even this little thing is too hard for too many people, and that's the reason why we're losing big time, by the way, against the other server. And oh, my eyes tonight. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I just say Manius. Yes, I'm on server 110, and we are fighting 109 at the moment. Sorry, that's too much talking. And they just need to shield. But we once again had people that did not shield. And that is the biggest issue. That is the reason where a server loses the shield discipline. And it's not hard. You know in advance when Incursion will be. Okay, this week they suddenly in between changed the starting time for the Incursion. It came an hour earlier than originally planned. But it did come. And so where is the issue? To be in a system where you can shield and use your shield. No problem. But obviously for many people it is a problem. They did move in many cases to the proper system but forgot to shield. Others didn't even move to the proper systems. And there are a lot of experienced players among them. When you look at the numbers, how many points we are behind the other server, you know there must be big players with many billions of materials that are in systems where they shouldn't be without shields. And so that's the reason why a server loses. And that's the only reason why our server loses, because we're raiding a lot as well. But we cannot raid against all those people that didn't shield and are donating stuff to the other server. So the most important thing in an incursion is the shield discipline of the whole server. And if that's not there, then forget it, you will not win. We have already won an incursion, but that was against a much newer server, and they were doing even worse when shield discipline than our server. But that is once again this time looking really bad, and so many unshielded ones, and that includes people from my alliance, and that is quite disappointing. And during the live stream, I wouldn't allow what's going on there if I were just playing. So this 49 wouldn't get any Amalgam through here, but I cannot just defend the base through the whole live stream. So he didn't dare to attack my base, so let's just shield a little bit for the stream. And thank you, Double, for taking him out this time. You obviously know that I'm on the live stream at the moment, but oh, you're server 110 too, but what area? There are three. Aren't there three server 110 or something? I never really looked at this. If there's an APAC 110, a US 110, and an EU 110, don't even know. But yeah. Yeah, nice. But it's nice to see you guys tonight, by the way. That's why I wanted to do the live streams as well, and I was testing, as I said, on the desktop last week because of all these crashes. I was testing it on the desktop, but my MacBook is much faster with the processors and everything than my desktop, and so the stream didn't do well with OBS last week, and that's why I decided to go here, despite the fact that here I could use the setup that you know, and I did a lot of live streams on this setup, but not with the background you see again, which you know from all the videos. But so I knew that it should be a little bit more without issues, the stream itself. I knew the game would crash because of the iOS device I'm using for playing, but it is at least stream-wise working much better, as far as at least as I can see it at the moment, because I'm having the stream there as well. There are so many different windows I'm using during the stream. There's the stream, there's the setup I'm using, there's OBS and everything. Yeah, you're very welcome, Manias. That's exactly why I'm doing these videos. I want people to learn. That's why Murgi at the time made me do them. As I said in videos several times already, I just played this game to relax, because I usually was doing completely different stuff on YouTube. YouTube is my day job, yeah, but I will not defend them that way. Is my day job, but completely different topics, and topics that need a lot of research, are very serious, and the game was just my release valve in the evenings to get my head vented of all the serious stuff I usually have to deal with. And I was playing the game then, and it's the third server I'm on, so of course in my alliance I was explaining a lot of things to the people who are playing for the first time, who started later, and so on. And then someone who knew what I was doing, a friend of mine, said, you have to do videos on this. You're explaining all the time, and do it via video. And so the whole thing started. And if you're watching my videos for some time now, you know that the channel is still quite young. It's just a little more than half a year old, and already going towards the 1,400 subscribers. I don't know, 130,000, 140,000 views or something. And so that is something I didn't imagine that would happen that quickly. And not to talk about that I would already, within a little bit more than half a year, would have done 260. No, I filmed more than 270 videos now. And as you might have seen, I'm on the 5-star ship series at the moment. So I'm going through the 5-star ships that I can finally show you in my ship list. And with that, I'm already at more than 270 videos. I guess tomorrow is coming 271, 272 or something. So that's all something I didn't imagine. And of course, I wanted to have the chance to chat with you guys. And thank you very much, Manias. And yeah, and with the interaction, I completely lose it. But that's the nice part. Usually, I can read the comments, and I'm always glad when you leave comments under the videos, and you even can leave comments under the live stream once it's over, and when people rewatch it and have not been there live, they can still write comments under the videos. And you can ask questions, you can add something to the stuff I'm talking about, because as I said, the game is my kind of relaxation. And still, when I'm doing these videos, I'm not doing it as complicated as the other videos I do with teleprompter and long complicated research texts with a lot of data and stuff like that. And so I might forget something by those on the go videos, like for example when someone just said, oh, there's another place where you can get those blueprints or whatever. And so then just add it in the comments, please. I'm very happy if you add something to what I said. Or if you have questions, I have answered a lot of questions in the comments already. Or as today again, and one of the comments was a video request again. And I did a lot of videos already on those requests. And so I'm always happy to read your comments. And if you, as I usually say in every video, if you only want to say hi and where you're from, I'm also happy to know, because I'm a curious guy and I really want to know where all the viewers are coming from that are interacting with my videos. So it's really nice to know. And so the one step up is those live streams where I can have a look at the chat at the same time while I'm talking. And there you have the chance to ask questions as well. For example, like right now, when did you start on this game? How long did you take to get level 49? Okay, those are two different questions, Manias. I am playing this game for a few years already, but it's my third server I'm playing on. On the first one, I made all the mistakes I told you in my Don't Make These Mistakes video. I did them all and was far behind because of all the mistakes. And on the second server, I just didn't like the company, so to speak, when I started that again. So I played a third time again later, and they added a lot of stuff. But on this server, I joined this server when it was very new. I was about a few weeks old when I joined it, I think in July 22. So I'm playing for almost 1.5 years on this server to get to level 49. But it always depends how intense you can play. Of course, since I'm doing the videos, I'm playing a bit more intensely as well to achieve certain things, to show you certain things, also to show you certain steps in the events. If I wouldn't have tried to grind on the bank holidays so much on this Hirogen event, I couldn't have shown you the Great Chase 3, for example. So I somehow had to manage to get to the last stage to show that in the video. And so it's a bit more intensely. But everyone has his own pace. Everyone has different amounts of paying money. I'm not paying what my people sometimes call DWW, but usually they are called whales, are spending. I never could that. I do, even not with that channel. I don't earn that much money from that channel that I can invest that much money. But even sometimes there's support from viewers. By the way, thank you very much for that again. There are different ways, like oh no, that was not meant to be that what you might think. I should use that finger. There are different ways for support. For example, they are in the video descriptions every time. They are in the one of them is in the pinned comment under the videos after I publish them. But you can be a member. You can, if you want to support, you can just use the easy way. That's in the description and in the comment. Or you can become a Patreon and join me on my Discord. So some people chose different of these ways already, and I'm very grateful for this. But of course, that doesn't help to deal it like a whale. But that's nothing I want anyway. I want to achieve a lot of these things on my own. That's the important part of the fun of the game, from my point of view, for me, that I can achieve certain things here and not just buy them. Of course, as I said in a lot of videos, it's important that we have those whales, but so that Scopely will continue with the game. Of course, they need to make money. They're a company, but it also helps people that we also have in this on this game that cannot spend any money and don't want to spend any money, and they still can play the game in their own pace. And that's the good thing about this. And I'm somewhere in the lower department there towards the don't pay, but the amounts I pay, even if, of course, it got more since I'm doing the videos to show you things like I took the bullet for all of you when the Voyager refit came out, for example, or the Monavine and stuff like this, that I'm trying to get then to make videos for you so that you can judge yourself if it's worth it for you or not before you spend money. But I'm not a big spender here. And at least you can see that some of my people are still defending while I'm talking. After the live stream, I will do some more defending myself again. But of course, for those that are on the stream at the moment that have not taken part in Incursion, I'll show you as well how to get to the other server. And for that, it's very good to position yourself in a system where you can shield. Because, and let's do that right now. If you go to this infinite incursion here again, where the result doesn't look very nice, there on the bottom is this crossover button. And for this, you need those incursion conduits. You earn them in events about a week before the incursion. There are events you have to do, and there you can earn these incursion conduits. And those you need 10 to cross over to the other server. And so I'm just going to spend 10 of those now. And then the game should just restart. Unless it crashes again like on my return. But at the moment it looks good. And then we should end up on the other server. And the point is why I said you should start in a system where you can shield and raise your shields. I should have ended up exactly on the same position again where I left on my server, with my shields up, as you can see. And that is the important thing, because you don't know where you end up, how many enemy bases are around you. So if you just would end up in a 20+ system without shields, you might be surrounded by enemies that just see you and start hitting your base. Of course, then you will have to raise your shields again. But until then, you have to repair a lot. And so better do it in a 19- system. And here we can look around now for bases that are not shielded. And I visited one before I did it, and so I can just jump there because I marked it. Let's see if it's still there. Yeah, and some other guy from our server is here. Hi X-Tiger. He had about 35 billion when we started it. Now he's got 3 billion left. And so you see that X-Tiger is doing the rest now, but that's where I got my 19.5 billion before the live stream from that base. And he's in a 20 plus system unshielded, and that with about 35 billion resources. Of course, that's a prime target. And now X-Tiger is taking him. I hope nobody from 109 is watching, otherwise I would have given the position of X-Tiger away. But that was my position earlier, and I only gave it up because of the live stream. So it's not that bad. But some did show up there, and it was interesting that they didn't attack me, although it was a level 57 from the server. But even a level 57 needs to have the right ships to crack my base when it's full of my battleships, and there wasn't the Rialto there before. But you need to search for bases, and that takes some time, but you can do it. And in the end you will find something. You just look around, because on every server there are people that do not shield, that are still hanging around in level 20 plus systems. A lot of them will be empty by now. And you can do it better on a Windows desktop or on an Android device than on iOS, as you see again. But that's working now. Thank you, Double, that you left stuff for me, but now X-Tiger is taking it. I took too long to get back to that position after I tried to defend OPT. At least during the stream a little bit, and thanks for continuing. But when I'm back, I will show that guy that they will not get more from OPT. But why people don't shield? Shield or share is the usual proverb in this game anyway, but sometimes it's hilarious how people always ignore Incursion. Nevertheless, that's what you do. You look around for bases in level 20 plus systems. I usually don't look in the standard systems like Pajam or here in Morska, because the probability that they are defended by their own players is much higher. But there's one that probably was raided already. Yeah, he's empty. So that was another one in such a system. He was raided by one of our colleagues from our server already, and I guess him too. Oh, that's quite a forgetful alliance, by the way, because the one I raided, together with Double, by the way, was from the same alliance. Now, that one I can't raid, that one I can't raid. They're too low level for me. And him too. Him too. So that's what I have to watch. And that's something in the Incursion what you have to watch as well. What level range can attack you? What level range can you attack? And I see that some of my people is in one of these systems as well, probably on our server, but probably empty already before, because you need to at least try to clean out bases on your own server before this happens. So that's one I cannot attack. He's level 26. That means he's taking part in the Incursion now. And I take this away before his name shows up. Don't want to embarrass him. And so he can still say he may be new, because the last Incursion was cancelled because they had problems with the service or whatever. So it was cancelled because it didn't work. They started it, but nothing worked there. You couldn't go over to the other server and everything. So that was off. So 2 months ago or something like that was the last Incursion that worked. And so he might still say that he still doesn't know how it's done. That's fine. But he's in a system, and without shields, he definitely will have been raided by someone. But on that level, you might not lose that much. Although at level 26, it will hurt you more. If you look at my resources, first of all, they would need ages to empty me with 1.4 trillion power steel, but I shouldn't forget to shield, because that would give tons of points to the other server. And there are much bigger amalgams out there. And the amalgam, and that's the point here, when Double and I started to take out the stuff from this one base, The Amalgam has a bonus when you rate a base. My Amalgam has a cargo space of 15.34 million. And when I took it from that base, when it was about 35 billion, I got more than 50 million with one cargo hold. So the bonus is that you get a certain percentage of the cargo in the base. And that is a bonus from the Amalgam. And so with every attack, I got more than 50 million par steel, titanium, and dilithium. And that's why the Amalgam is such a great base raider, because if there's a lot of stuff to get, you get a lot of stuff. And then someone would raid me with with more than 1.5 trillion resources, there would be much more in a maxed Amalgam than just 50 million. And that's the point. So I must never forget to shield. But I haven't done for quite some time now, I have to tell you. But nevertheless, Incursion is fun, and I'll definitely will take part in Incursion tomorrow. That's the good thing, that they moved it back to Fridays. The last ones, the one that worked was on a Monday, and the last one that didn't work and they had to cancel was on a Monday. Now they have moved it back to Friday, and of course on Saturdays people have more time for Incursions than on normal work days. I still have to make videos tomorrow for this channel at least, because I'm a bit behind. I usually try to be a little bit forward, but of course I have to do videos from other channels as well, and have tons of appointments and stuff like that. And so I'm not ahead of the wave, as I always put it. So the videos for tomorrow are there, but still no videos for Sunday, and those I have to film tomorrow at least, and maybe the ones for Monday already, so I can finally take a Sunday off again. But that is still a day where I can take more part in an incursion than on a Tuesday, which would be the other day. And on Tuesdays they ended the incursion early in the morning, so it wasn't for 24 hours anymore, it was shorter. And now the incursions are back on Friday, with the start on Friday, and they last 24 hours again. And so incursions are a bit more fun. Usually you don't do so much player versus player fights, and in an incursion, that is where you really do it. And I usually am nobody that's fighting all the time. I do my building, my research, my mining, and I fight in territory takeovers, in territory defenses, and in incursions. That's where I enjoy those fights, and otherwise I'm quite a peaceful guy, unless it's necessary to defend my own people. When someone raids a base of my people on normal days, of course, when I'm online I go there and defend them. But usually I'm more peaceful. But in Incursion, I just use the occasion to let the fighting part of the game a bit out. It's a game with all those aspects, and so why not use that aspect on certain parts? They announced that they will do some kind of duels or something like arenas in the future, in this year, with the new updates at some point. We will see how that is, but also W will know what I'm talking about. The waves are really nice, as long as I'm not playing them on my iOS device, because I really like to do the waves. We finally, with our still compared low levels, managed to get 6 waves done now with the right team from my alliance, and so that's a lot of fun. And a lot of credits then, when we can do that for at least for our size. Yeah, you always have to think about our size. We are small compared to other people, of course, that are doing waves with much bigger ships, but it is fun. And so sometimes these waves are fun, and sometimes PvP is fun, and that's where the incursion comes in. And for the newer players watching my videos, when you grow, you will at some point like the incursions as well, if they are working properly. And because it's something different than the daily grind, because you also have to grind a lot of daily stuff and so on all the time. And so there's just something different coming in the game. And so that's why I like it, as long as they're working, as I said. And this time they seem to work on my desktop. The evening, except a few lags, everything was fine. And so Double and I could raid a bit. I already could fight 5 enemies, and I will continue, of course, tomorrow. And so that's a nice thing as well. And another thing to look forward to for all the people like Deskimo, for example, that just started playing the game and is level 22, I guess you said, Deskimo, and that's something to look forward to. And as much as I always look forward to talking to you guys, I haven't seen any comments recently, so I guess you're also quite involved in Incursions. And oh, I didn't see that. Hi, Joseph. You're from the USA, from Tennessee. Really nice. And I have a lot of viewers from the United States, by the way. I guess half of my viewers are from the United States. And so that's something different for me too, because on my other channels that mixture is completely different. So that's another nice experience for me. And also with completely different topics, you meet completely different people. And so that is a really nice thing, to do these videos and to do these live streams. And I will definitely continue to do those videos for you. And the next one is up, from my point of view, tomorrow morning at 6. It's at 6 CET, and in the morning at 1800 CET in the evening I publish the videos. I know that for my American viewers, of course, it will be completely different times, but that is always kind of a compromise. Like with the time for this live stream, I'm doing it at a time when we are at about 10 p.m. Here at my time, and I know that for you it will be still quite early on a Friday. I don't know what's 10 p.m. is, about 2 p.m. for you guys, for some of you guys. And so it was just a compromise, because I'm here in Europe and had to see what time can I do. And it's Friday evening on 9 p.m. when I'm starting here is the only doable I can do at the moment. I think I hope that this compromise works, at least for many people. For now, I want to thank you all for joining me this evening, because it was really nice getting some direct replies and questions from you. I hope that you will continue watching my videos, continue writing the comments that I like so much, and hi Keith and howdy, but I'm about to say bye, bye, because I'm reaching the end of the live stream. And so nice to see you guys, and I hope to continue seeing you and your comments and questions and your requests. And as I said, I got another video request today, and I will see what I can do. I will definitely make a video on that topic in the near future, after my 5-star ship series ended, that I will continue in the next days, because these ships look so nice. And I know, Double, that you are already planning your next ships. I know which you are. And I have to take off my glasses to read that. That is bad. Okay, I cannot pronounce that name. Yeah, I will try to do these live streams regularly on Friday. Sometimes it can happen that something intervenes with appointments. I'm doing a lot of voluntary stuff here as well, and I chose the Friday because they are the least number of appointments on Friday evenings, but it can happen. So there will be weeks where there might not be a live stream, but I try to make those live streams regularly on the same time that I'm doing them now in the future. And I'm quite looking forward to meeting you guys then, as I said, with a few exceptions, but I want to see if I can get this to the regular appointment with you then. And so I hope to see you all again next week. One prerequisite was that my old setup with the normal video background here works. Even with the iOS crashes, we will get through that, and I hope Scopely will improve that. But the live stream itself worked well compared to last time when I had used the different settings, so the game wouldn't crash, but the live stream didn't work that well. Now the game crashes a bit more, but Scopely has to work on that. But the live stream worked well, at least from what I could see. I have the live stream running here as well in parallel. So I hope that we will see us regularly, and because that's working. And so I wish you all a good evening, depending on where you're watching from. I wish you for my European viewers, I wish you a good night. The guys from my alliance will see us in a few minutes when we will probably have to defend something again. And everybody else, enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.